Hey y'all, it is the afternoon of the 13th, not the 14th. Sun's getting in my face. I had to go to the Lowe's in a nearby town to pick up my piece of countertop because they didn't have it at Milo's in Oceanside. I'm going to tell you, I am so glad that is not Milo's. I walked up to the counter and there was a gentleman there, and so I stood there, and finally, I should have said customer, and so he left the counter. So I moved up a little bit, and I stood there, Y'all, I was there, I think, for almost 10 minutes. The whole time I was standing there, this young man never once looked up at me, acknowledged my presence in any way at all. He did not look me in the eye. Bad look on his face. The whole customer service department, I didn't see anybody smiling at their customers. I saw a couple of them smile at each other. Finally, this young man said, "Are you here to pick up something?" I looked up at the sign that said pickups, and I said, "Yes, I am." And I showed him on my phone what it was I was picking up. So then he looked away for a minute, and he looked back at me and he goes, "Do you have your order number?" God. I showed him my phone. Again, same screen. Six-foot long countertop. He's looking everywhere for it. They had like double shelves, probably maybe 4 feet off the floor, and then another rack of shelves. He's looking all in those shelves that have boxes in them. He can't find it. So he keeps looking. Now down at the very end, which was not very far, y'all, maybe 12 feet, maybe 14, there was a rack for tall stuff. He went down there finally, and he's looking, can't find it. Finally, he figures out that maybe if he separates a couple of the big boxes, he might see it. And it's there. Voila! I'm irritated, y'all. So he gets it, he brings it up, he's doing his little thing, he prints off this piece of paper, customer copy, he has me sign it. Oh, that reminds me, he didn't give me my customer copy. I don't know what the heck up with this. No, no, no. I do not want to go this way. He didn't give me my customer copy. That's my bad. Well, it is and it isn't. He should have given me a customer copy. He printed out, you know, a copy for me to sign, acknowledgement that I had picked it up. Then he does all this, y'all, without even looking at me. So maybe that's an excuse for his next question. You need help with that? I said, yeah, I think I do. It was all I could do, y'all, to keep from giving him a little tongue lashing. That's some of the worst customer service I have seen in a long time. I will never go back to that Lowe's. Sandy, do you hear me? I am not going back to that Lowe's. You know what, y'all? Stuff like that just really irritates me. I got my first official paying job when I was 15 years old. And I have to credit Kim with a lot of my customer service skills. He taught us kids the customer is always right. Grin and bear it. If you're having a bad day, if your boyfriend dumped you, or your girlfriend dumped you, or your parents grounded you, suck it up. These are my customers. You will plaster a smile on your face and keep it on until your shift ends. And you know, back then, we didn't have all these rules and regulations about how you could and could not talk to your employees. Now, I am glad to say the man never groped me. But I never forgot that, y'all. I mean, you know, he said, I don't care if somebody ordered a cheeseburger with mustard, pickle, and whatever. Or a hamburger with mayonnaise, lettuce, and tomato. And you hand them their order that you have written down on your little pad, and they tell you, that's not what I ordered. Your response is, oh, I am so sorry. We'll fix that right up for you. I just don't even know what to say. I just think I rarely run into bad customer service. And it didn't seem like it was just this one kid. Like I said, I didn't see people smiling. I didn't see employees smiling at their customers. When I go into Milos, people are smiling, and I had a gentleman that helped me one day. Well, he's helped me a few times. And he's passing by, and he stops, and he says, "Hey, how you doing?" "I'm great. How are you?" I don't know. It just blows my mind, y'all. Just blows my mind. Now, I will say that this morning, the young man that was at the pickup counter, he was nice, but he was not smiling. Now, when somebody's nice, doing, you know, a respectable job, but they're not smiling, it makes me feel like something's wrong. Something's bothering them. So he was putting some cabinets in the back of the van, and I said, "Sweetie, are you okay?" He goes, "Yeah." And I said, "I just wondered because you're not smiling." And he said, "Oh, I'm sorry." And he put a smile on his face, and he kept a smile on his face the rest of the time I was in there. I went back there and looked at bathroom fixtures, and I came back, and he was so helpful. And I totally get, y'all. I've worked in so many different customer service situations. I mean, hamburger joints, motels, dental offices, nonprofits, property management, driving a cab. Lordy, lordy. But I tried to always remember that no matter what was going on in my life, it wasn't the customer's fault. So anyway, thank y'all for listening to this little rant. I appreciate it. It's so awesome to have friends that, you know, that you can share everything with. Not just the good, but the not so good. So I appreciate that. I'm trying not to turn in here to get a milkshake. What time is it? 2:36. That could be my lunch. Bye, y'all.